1938, Jews were excluded from cinema, concerts, and beaches, and holiday resorts. The night of November 9th and November 10th, 1938 is known as Kristallnacht, the night of broken glass. Shop windows were destroyed, synagogues were burnt, German and Austrian Jews were murdered. I love art and reading. I'd feel so sad and upset if someone took those things away from me permanently. Art and reading kept me calm. I would write a letter to the government and complain.
If I enjoy acting. If you said no more acting, I would be sad because it is my passion. I'd find a way to bend the rules and continue acting.
What I enjoy doing most is going outside with my dog and playing sports. If someone took this away from me, I would feel confused and upset because I wouldn't know why, and I would wonder who thought I shouldn't enjoy my dog and sports anymore. I would cautiously fight back.
Inga Auerbacher was born in 1934 in Germany. Inga was an only child. Her father was a textile or fabric merchant. The family lived in a large home with 17 rooms and had servants to help with the housework. On November 10, 1938, Kristallnacht hoodlums threw rocks and broke all the windows of Inga's home, and the police arrested her father and grandfather. Inga, her mother, and grandmother hid until it was quiet. When they came out of hiding, the town's Jewish men had been taken to Dachau concentration camp. When Inga was 7, she was deported with her parents to the terrorization camp in Czechoslovakia.
When they arrived, everything was taken from them, except for the clothes they wore and Inga's doll, Marlene. Conditions in the camp were harsh. Potatoes were as valuable as diamonds. Inga was hungry, scared, and sick most of the time. For her 8th birthday, her parents gave her a tiny potato cake with a hint of sugar. For her 9th birthday, an outfit for her doll was sewn from rags. On her 10th birthday, Inga's mother wrote her a poem. On May 8, 1945, Inga and her parents were liberated from the camp. They later immigrated to the United States.
I enjoy dancing and coloring in my art book. I would feel quite upset if I wasn't allowed to dance or create art anymore. Maybe I would try to think of other hobbies to enjoy, but I would really miss getting to dance and create art.
I really enjoy playing soccer. If someone told me I could no longer play soccer, I would feel sad and angry because the thing I liked most was taken away. I would think about how to get soccer back.
In 1940, the telephones of Jews were confiscated. Jews could no longer buy clothing. In 1941, all Jews over 6 years old were forced to wear a yellow Star of David with the word Judah, Jew, written on it. Jews could no longer keep dogs, cats, or birds.
I enjoy playing basketball. If someone told me I could no longer play, I would be sad and mad because my basic rights were taken away. I would ask for basketball back if someone took it away.
What I enjoy most is playing basketball and practicing piano. I'd feel very sad if someone took joy away from me. I'd question why someone would take the thing I love most. I wouldn't argue because I have learned that in that case, more would be taken away from me.
Hedy Dancona was born in 1930 in Amsterdam. Hedy was an only child of a middle-class Sephardic family. Hedy enjoyed riding her bicycle along the canals of Amsterdam. Hedy's parents spent a month each summer at a rented beach house. The Germans attacked and occupied the Netherlands just after Hedy turned 10. One by one, her relatives disappeared, picked up by the Germans. Even her closest friend and cousin Judith, fearing they might be next, Hedy and her family hid. A Protestant family protected them. Fortunately, they were rescued and freed by American soldiers in December 1944.
Judith Margaret Congen, Hedy's best friend and cousin, was born in 1930 in Amsterdam. Judith attended public school with her cousin Hedy, who was the same age. Judith loved to study and play piano.
After the Germans occupied Amsterdam, they enforced new laws that forbade Jews to enter libraries and museums or even to use streetcars. Then they ordered Jews to wear an identifying yellow star badge and would not allow Jewish children to attend public schools anymore. The Germans rounded up Judith, her mother, and brother. Judith was deported to the Westerbork transit camp. From there, she was sent to a killing center in Poland. Judith was 13 years old when she died.
I enjoy drawing and playing soccer. I feel sad since I use art to express my feelings. Soccer is my passion and my favorite sport. I would ask why my favorite things are being taken away, and I would protest carefully so I don't get harmed. I'd also find a secret way to play soccer or another way to draw.
1942, Jews were forced to hand over their fur coats and woolen items. Jews were no longer allowed to receive eggs or milk. All schools were closed to Jewish children. 1943, deportations of Jews to concentration camps continued.
This is the end of the children's part of the program, and I want to thank you. We put this together in 3 weeks. You came early today, and you told the stories very, very well. Thank you so much. We now turn to the part of the program, and I'll ask our president to come back up in a minute, where we are going to remember the lives lost in our community. I will say this, that if we've left any names out, please let our office know Monday. With the pandemic and keeping track of those that are still in our midst, it's kind of hard to remember. But if anyone is not on the list, it can be corrected and fixed for next year. So at this time, when I call out these names, I would love, if we could, Alex, for some music to be played. And Hazan, when we're done with the names, you'll sing that beautiful song, Adieu, Adieu, goodbye. And we will then start the rest of our program with Hazan and the rabbi. So these are the people that we've lost over the years. Albert Zulema. They're in your program if you want to follow along, not with the children. Allegra and Joseph Pizzon, Alice Amir, Bella Cohen. Buena and Leon Avlas, Buena Angel. Celia and Mark Tiano, Christina and Leon Pizzon, Daria Azaria. David Conis, Elsie and Nick Safarti, Elvira and Will Pasa, Estarina and Isaac Costi, Esther and Isaac Levy, Esther and Jacob Francis, Esther Moshe, Flora and David Tabot, Frida and Samuel Benizio, Henriette and Jack Beton, Henry Levy, Isaac Benvenisti, Jacob Haim, Jenna and Albert Cohen, Joseph Benvenisti, Judith and Morris Gattegno, Julia and Albert Moshe, Katie, Sarah, and Jack Soror, Carl Gottesfeld, Katie and Joseph Algava, Leah Carasso Hennison, Leah Cohen, Lucy and Joseph Comfortes, Mary and Isaac Nahmias, Matilda and Albert Arditi, Matula and Haim Passy, Matthew Baraha, Mazel Tov and David Soror, Miru Alkana, Morris Venezia, Sarah Zinn, Paula and Morris Sulema, Rachel and Isaac Capuano, Rachel Scapa, Ralph Cohen, Rebecca and Nisim Namuli, Regina and Samuel Nafusi, Renee and David Carasso, Riva and Moise Kamhi, Shlomo Satiel, Simon Matarazzo, Simon Rachel Kamhi, Sol and Salvo Galante, Sophie and Albert Moshe, Stella and Henry Maserano, Stella and Into Esformes, Stella and Leon Mordeau, Stella and Miko Benvenisti, Suzanne and Joseph Nissim, Sylvia and Morris Capone, Tula Pesach, Victoria Russo, Yola and Joseph Crespi, And let's just take a moment of silence to remember those souls.
Addio, remembering those we lost. Tu madre cuando te parió y te quitó al mundo, corazón ella no te dio para amar segundo. Corazón ella no te dio para amar segundo. Adiós, adiós querido, no quiero la vida, me la amargaste tú. Va busca otro amor. Ajalba otras puertas, espero otro amor, que para mí sos muerta. Espero otro amor, que para mí sos muerta. Adiós, adiós, querida. No quiero la vida, me la amargaste tú.
And may their memories be for an eternal blessing of hope and light.
Now we're going to read the names of the survivors we have within our community. If I read your name, if you can please stand, and if any family members are here, if you can please stand as well so we can acknowledge you. Camelia Azaria, Sally Benveniste, Lena Maurice Cohen, Polima and Salvador Franco, Daria Gabay, Sarah Hanan Gilmore, Rebecca Gotsfeld, Sultana Haim, Elivara Levy, Raula Matarasso, Morris Pesa, Deborah Saltiel, Bertha and Harry Pesa, Laura Simon, Stella Solema, Julie Templar, Isaac Turman, Athena Venecia. If there's anyone else, please rise as well.
And the families.
And their families, please.
Grandchildren, anyone that's here.
Thank you.
And I invite Hazan to chant his Lord. Thank you so much.
130th Psalm from Tehillim. Shir Ma'alot, Mimamakim Kerati Adonai. Out of depths I cried unto thee, O Lord. Lord, hearken to my voice. Let thine ears be attentive to the voice of my supplications. My soul waits for the Lord more than watchmen for the morning, more than watchmen for the morning. Shir Ma'alot, ממעמקים קראתיך אדוני. אדוני, שמע בקולי, תהיינה אוזניך קשובות לכל תחנוני, אם עוונות תשמוריה, אדוני מי ימות. כי מכס אליך למען תברא, קיוויתי אדוני, קיווית נפשי, ולדברו חלתי. נפשי לאדוני, משומרים לבוקר, שומרים לבוקר, יחל ישראל אל אדוני, כי עם אדוני החסד, והרבה עמו פדות, והוא יפתה ישראל מכל עוונותיו. O Israel, hope in the Lord, for with the Lord there is mercy. With him redemption abounds, and he shall redeem Israel from all the sins. Amen.
Light in the darkness. The Shoah must bring us to deep thought about the quality of the human being. Even that human beings are ourselves. The Shoah, the Holocaust, must bring us to a deep reflection about responsibility, leadership, and about the quality of the society around us. During the Shoah, we learned about the capability of the human being, of their inspiration, sensitivity, of those 28,000 people that showed and expressed in a sea of hatred and hostility that washed all Europe around. They showed the passion by risking their own life and even the life of their own family just because they decided to save life of Jews, those as the righteous among the nations. Sarajevo, eve of the Second World War, had 100,000, 15,000 citizens. Among them, Bosnia Muslims, Catholic Croatians, and Serbs, Christian Orthodox, and also 12,000 of Jews. On April 6, 1941, the Germans invaded Sarajevo and they installed their headquarters next to the house of a Muslim furniture trader called Mustafa Herdigar and his wife Zainaba, their children Salko and Zafra. After a couple of days, he received into his home the family of his good friend Yosef Cavillo, her wife Rivka, and their children Binyamin and Buena. The Gestapo visited several times the house of Mustafa, and he knew how to hide his guests. They didn't find them, but Joseph Cavillo felt uncomfortable with the situation, and in the first opportunity, he sent his family to Mostar. Mostar was under the Italian regime, and they felt in that time more secure. Joseph stayed in Sarajevo. He intended to sell his asset, his store, his business. But in that time, he was arrested by the Yugoslavian forces, and he was about to be sent to Zenovac's concentration camp, where the majority of the Jewish of Sarajevo were sent there. He could run away, and he joined his family in Mostar. In 1943, the German took over Mostar again, and they fled to center of Croatia, to Kurudun. They joined to the partisans, and they survived the war. After the war, they back to Sarajevo, just to find out that from the 12,000 Jews, just 2,000 survived. They made Aliyah, and they installed to live in Jerusalem. 50 years later, 1992, Sarajevo is surrounded. In the war of Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina, everyone knows what's happened there. Zainaba Herdigara, she's still alive. She received help from the Jewish community, the local Jewish community, and from the American Joint, but it's not enough. And with the intervention of Yad Vashem, Yitzhak Rabin gave a direct order to the Mossad, and they included the family of Zainaba and all her family to put her in the last bus of the Jewish refugees that could be able and leave Sarajevo. In February 10th, 1994, they landed in Israel. To the airport came all the most important people, the VIP, to receive the survivor from Sarajevo, and among them, Buena Cavillo, the daughter of Joseph Cavillo. She came too to the airport to receive Zainaba. They installed her in Mevaseret Zion, close to Jerusalem. She lived half a year happily and passed away in Israel. Her daughter, Zafra, she called today Sarah, she lives in Jerusalem and she works in Yad Vashem. This is a light in the darkness of the both sides of the tunnel. Please rise. Who is come to? Alex, please. I'm going to read Psalm 23, Mizmor LeDavid. מזמור לדוד, אדוני רואי לא אחסר, בנאות דשא ירביצני, על מי מנוחות ינהלני, נפשי אשובב ינחני במעגלי צדק למען שמו, גם כי אלך בגיא צל מוות, לא אירא רע, כי אתה עמדי. שבטך ומשענתך המה ינחמוני. תערוך לפני שולחן נגד צורריי, דשנת בשמן ראשי כוסי רוויה. אך טוב החסד ירדפוני כל ימי חיי, ושבתי בבית אדוני לאורך ימים.
Amen.
A Psalm of David. God is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie in lush pastures. He leads me beside tranquil waters. He restores my soul. He directs me in the path of righteousness for the sake of his name. Though I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I will feel no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff comfort me. You will prepare a table for me in the full presence of my enemies. You anointed my head with oil, my cup overflows. May only good and kindness pursue me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord for the length of days.
We are going to now invite Sally Benvenisti and her brother Harry, and you can help your father come up, to open the Ehal for us, yes. And I would like our lighting monitors to start lighting all the candles, please. So if you have your candle, please make sure the cardboard is under it and hold it out so my monitors can come around and light candles. Oh, yeah, thank you.
Oh.
We talked about the light and the darkness, and Sally Benvenisti and her brother and another brother, Morris, were hid in Greece, and this is why they're with us today. So please be careful with those candles.
Tell the kids to sit. I want them to sit.
as we stand, I invite our Senior Vice President, Roxana Eli, to read a responsive reading. You don't need your programs. After each line she says, just say together, "We remember them."
We Remember Them by Sylvan Kamens and Rabbi Jack Reamer. At the rising sun and at its going down, we remember them. At the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter. At the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. At the blueness of the skies and in the warmth of summer, we remember them. At the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. At the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. As long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have decisions that are difficult to make, we remember them. When we have joy we crave to share, we remember them. When we have achievements that are based on theirs, we remember them. For as long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us, as we remember them.
Amen.
And now, I invite Hazan Mizrahi to share Hashkava Memorial Poem along with Rabbi Cohen. There are two versions of it. Hazan?
Thank you. דיין אלמנות ואבי יתומים אמצא מנוחה נכונה על כנפי השכינה במעלות קדושים וטהורים כזוהר הרקיע מאירים ומזהירים לנשמות 6 המיליונים אחינו ואחיותינו רבבות אלפי ישראל אנשים, נשים וטף שנהרגו, שנשחטו, שנשרפו, שנחנקו, שנקברו חיים ושהומתו בכל מיני מיתות משונות ואכזריות בידי הגרמנים הנאצים ועוזריהם שהלכו לעולמם על קידוש השם, ביניהם יהודי יוון, סלוניקה ורודס. בעבור שאנו מתפללים לעילוי נשמותיהם, לכן בעל הרחמים יסתירם בסתר כנפיו לעולמים ויצרור בשרור החיים את נשמותיהם בגן עדן תמנוחתם. אדוני הוא נחלתם, ינוחו בשלום על משכבותם, וכן יהי רצון ונאמר Amen. Kaddish.
And now we're going to recite the Kaddish, and for our guests that are here, that is our memorial prayer for those that have passed.
Kaddish Yeshalama. Together, Yidgadal Ve'Yidkadash Sheme Rabba. Ve'alma Diverach Hirute Ve'amlich Malchute Mach Purkane Vikarev Meshiche. V'chayechon u'v'yomechon. V'chaye dechol Bet Yisrael. Ba'agala u'vizman kariv ve'imru. Amen. Yeh Sheme Rabba Mevarach. לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך, ישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם, ויתנשא ויתהדר, ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו. לילה מן כל ברכתה, שירתה, תשבחתה ונחמתה, ואמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהיה שלמה רבה מן שמיה, חיים ושבע, וישועה ונחמה ושזבה, ורפואה וגאולה, שיחה וכפרה, ורווח והצלה, לנו ולכל עמו ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, וברחמיו יעשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל עמו ישראל, ואמרו אמן. אלי אלי, שלא ייגמר לעולם. O Lord, my God, I pray that these things never end. The sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the flash of the heavens, and the prayer of men. Eli, Eli, שלא ייגמר לעולם.
The words are in your program.
החול והים, רשרוש של המים, ברק השמיים, תפילת האדם. אלי, אלי, שלא ייגמר לעולם. החול והים, רשרוש של המים, ברק השמיים, תפילת האדם. אלי, אלי, שלא ייגמר לעולם. Árboles lloran por lluvias y montañas por aires, así lloran dos mis ojos por ti, querida amante. Torno y digo, ¿qué va a ser de mí? En tierras ajenas yo me voy a morir. Blanca sos, blanca fuites, blanca tu figura, blancas flores caen de ti, de tu hermosura. Torno y digo, ¿qué va a ser de mí? En tierras ajenas yo me voy a morir.
As we sit down very carefully, I have a few closing words. Yes, please close the hall.
Candles and something.
And
Oh, just have to blow them out.
guests, we don't blow out these candles. I will turn the lights on in a minute. We don't blow them out, but we try to touch them to each other and carefully take them out. So if you could turn off the lights. In a minute. Yeah. So as we close the program, please be seated. And thank you for those that are taking those candle lights out. That was beautiful. I want to thank all of you for being here today. Oh, wait. Boys and girls, we're taking them out. Thank you.
Ankara. Oh.
Thank you all so very much for attending today. I have one last comment. And boys and girls, please sit down. As you go out in a few minutes, you'll take the candles with you and deposit them. I want to thank, without names, everyone that first of all came today to share in this important program, and everyone that at the last moment this week stepped up to help in any way possible to put this together. And boys and girls, Leon, we're done with the candles. Let's have him sit down. It's okay. We'll take it out in a minute. Thank you for being here to rehearse today. I know you had a 2-week break and it was hard. You did a phenomenal job. And I have one last comment. For those that have a program, if you look at the back of this program, this little girl in the red jacket was in Schindler's List. She is 32 years old today and in the Ukraine rescuing refugees. If that's not full circle, I'm not sure what is. And as you see at the end with closing, there are no great people in this world, only great challenges which ordinary people rise to meet. And with that, I give this to Raymond Yashurfar to welcome you to lunch and close the program.
Thank you, Mary, for this beautiful program and Remembrance Day. Before we end, I want to invite everyone for a light lunch in the Model Hall sponsored by our Orthodox Sisterhood. If you can please join us there. And thank everyone for being here. But before we do that, Chazan Mizrahi will lead us with a...
Let's sing the song of peace and the song of love together.
Give a different song.
Ose shalom bimromav, oyase shalom aleinu,
Yeah, why not?
ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yase shalom, yase shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
בשנה הבאה
יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
Thank you very much, Hazan. And we ask everyone to please join us in the model hall for a light lunch. Yes, one more thing. Thursday evening, we have a challah baking. For all of those who want to join us Thursday evening, we have a challah baking at 6 p.m. Please call the office for reservations. Thank you.
Okay, I have Marie, maybe. Marie? Okay. He's here. כל הכבוד, אתה שם לב לכל.
Have you heard of Pink Martini? Yes. I love this band. Yeah. They have an album of songs from all over the world. So I just played a song in Hebrew. I don't know if you heard it.
Yes, I did. So maybe next year, they'll have to do last minute with you. We'll just sing us something like
Hello, guys. Hello. Okay, so guys, today we are going to eat poop. It's right here. Hello. Okay, so guys, today we are going to eat poop. Okay, guys. Today we like poop, and also we like goose. Okay, guys. Today we like poop, and also we like goose. Testing, testing. Okay, guys, it works. So, okay, guys, today we are going to eat poop. Oh yeah. Testing, testing. Okay, guys, it works. So.
They just fixed it, sorry. They just fixed the microphone. We don't want it to break down.
It's not that difficult. Once we move it on. Right, right, exactly. So, think about it. Think about it. It doesn't, because it sits on concrete. It's like a building. You knock out the foundation, the whole house collapses. And I don't have this as a proof, but it's part of my research. I think that was part of
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Baruch Hashem. You know the ceremony, it's done already. It's okay to you whenever you want, early?
Sure. My husband has the car. I have to call him to come back. We can leave Valley in about 15-20 minutes and make it there.
You live in the valley?
Yeah, we're in the valley. That's why we always get stuck
I
in the traffic.
understand.
Get to you is always late.
Okay, let's do whenever, 12:45 or 1, it's okay.
Probably it's between 1 to 1:10 we can make it.
Okay, okay. You do your best and call me before you come, 2 minutes.
I will call you as soon as I leave.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.